There we go. Good morning, everybody. Take a moment here for everything to come into focus. Today is another brand new, beautiful day on this planet. Just trying to get there we go. Had to get the other camera working properly here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monday's edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And wow, we have a very exciting show for you today. It is very interesting where we are right now as a species. But remember, I want you to remember this. Today and right now is a brand new day, and this is a brand new moment. Really important for you to realize that. Every day is a brand new day. Every moment is a brand new moment. And the only reason you can think it's something other than a brand new day is if you're remembering what you were living yesterday and you're concerned about reliving it today. You know, the old same stuff, different day syndrome. Well, that's a lie, because every day and every moment is brand new. And the only thing that stands in the way of you and knowing that is your mind, which isn't even who you are. But good morning. Welcome. We're going to give it a couple minutes for people to come on board. Again, today I have with me the energy of the Divine Collective who wanted to discuss the subject of where is God? Where is God? And I'm very excited about it. So we should see some very fascinating things happen soon on this planet. Many things, yes. And so as you get to this place of realization, there'll be some liberation happening for you. The ascension energies are going to be really ramping up for the next 15 to 20 days. Ascension energy, what do I mean by that? Because a lot of people have been asking me that question, what is ascension energy? And leave your comments about what you think ascension energy is in the comment section below. But I want you to consider that right now we have this massive big ball in the sky that people call the sun. And science defines it as a big ball of a nuclear fission system that's producing all this energy all the time. What I've been told the sun is that the sun is essentially a consciousness at a different frequency of being, a different degree of consciousness. Just like your body is consciousness, you are consciousness, this earth is consciousness. The sun is another form of consciousness. This consciousness is radiating and giving birth to all life on this planet as we know it. And right now, this beautiful sun of ours is putting out different intensities of energy in the forms of gamma rays, cosmic rays, X-rays, photons, many other bandwidths of frequency that I don't even know of, even our science doesn't even know of. But these ascension energies have been going on as long as the dance of life has been going on this planet. And the energy coming from the sun is changing everything for everyone. Global warming is an illusion created to get your money from your pockets. And the sun is what is actually responsible for the transformations and changes that have been happening on this planet for billions of years. The energy of the sun, which gives all, if there were no sun, there'd be no life on this planet as we know it. Life as we know it. Trees would die, plants would die, fish would die, everything would just not exist as a physical form. So the source of our life from a biological and physical perspective is from the sun. Now, life on this planet has changed and transformed many, many times. And our science has validated that, right? Science has validated that there have been dinosaurs, there are other creatures, plants, other different forms of life. Where did they go and how did new ones arrive? Great question, eh? Where did all these forms go and how do new forms arrive? And they arrive because the sun, which is the dominant consciousness in the solar system, the sun dominates creation in the solar system. And so we all get to experience that energy of creation. It's right now, it is changing and modifying our DNA. It's changing and modifying our consciousness. And the nature and quality of how you think, feel, and believe is going to determine how this energy, this ascension energy, will affect you individually and us collectively as a species. But we are in a dynamic and wondrous time. With these energies coming in from the sun, you can elevate your consciousness up, or you can subjugate it further into suffering. Now, what they wanted to talk about today is where is God? Because there's been a lot of misconceptions about it. And we're going to get into that in just a few more moments. But please remember to leave a comment in the comment sections. Let me know what you think about ascension energy, because ascension energy is going to affect your body. It's going to affect your mind. It's going to affect your soul. It's doing that right now. Right now, you go outside, the sun is going to change you in some way. And the nature and quality of that change is what I've been told, that the nature and quality of the change that you experience in your life is going to be determined by three things. First, what things do you think about the most? How do you treat your body? And how do you commune or get into a place of awakening or connecting to your soul? The sun is influencing and affecting those things for all of us right now. And now they're now proving that the sun can actually change your heart. It can actually change the way your brain functions because it's electrical and your body's electrical. Now, I've been told that there are ways you can get in harmony with the energy of the sun so that the energy of the sun will elevate yours up. And there's ways you can be where the energy of the sun will deteriorate your life very quickly. So leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section about what you think ascension energy is. I've also been told that meditation is really important. Learning to get outside the confines of your personal mind becomes really, really important. To learn how to differentiate yourself from your thinking mind is very important right now. Because if you can't differentiate yourself from the thoughts that go on in your head, because most of the thoughts that go on in your head are not even yours. Remember that. Most of the thoughts that happen in your head are not even yours. They were given to you. And you want to ensure that you start to consider what kind of thoughts deserve real estate in your mind. Because whatever you hold in your mind will be an experience in your world. Whatever you hold in your mind individually and collectively will become an experience in your world. So yeah, ascension energy and how you use your mind, learning to meditate becomes very important. So this question that so many of you have been asking, where is God? Where is God? They say so many people pray to them. You pray to God, you pray to Christ, you pray to your gods, you pray to your deities. They say you're praying for God all the time. You're praying for God. And the challenge many of you face getting your mind wrapped around is that this thing that you call God is within you. It's not outside of you. It will not speak to you necessarily in words that you may understand, but it is always with you, within you. In fact, you may go so far, if you are daring enough to explore beyond the boundaries of your finite personality, if you're willing to explore beyond the boundaries of your finite personality, you can go on a path to begin to discover and realize God within you. Now, you can change the name of that God to energy or Great Spirit. You can change it into whatever name you want. But it is the source of your life, both within your body and all around your body. This source of life is infinite in its spectrum and scope of influence. But it is a subjectiveness as a condition of consciousness that is all-encompassing. A condition of consciousness which is all-encompassing does not need to reflect upon itself because it already knows that it is. For you to recognize that you are an aspect or one with that intelligence, that thing that you call God, to know that you are one with that aspect of God, that you are one with it, not separate from it, that it is not found outside of your body, it's found within your body. And not as your body, but as a light that ignites the function of every cell in your body. Every cell in your body is a function of God. Every function of your digestive system is a function of God. If we were to give you one of your fruits, such as an apple, and say to you, turn this apple into blood and skin and bone, you would say, I do not know how to do that. And yet every day you will take your apple, you will take your orange, you will take your grapefruit, you will put it in your body, and it gets turned into blood and skin and bone. And while your sciences can monitor the mechanical processes and the chemical processes that happen to cause this transformation, the one that is maintaining the transformation is what they cannot see, nor hear, nor smell, nor touch, nor taste, although it is in all that you see and hear and smell and touch and taste. So to ask the question, where is God, presupposes that you believe that there may not be one, and yet you exist. Your food is digested on your behalf. And many of your mystics have echoed the sentiments that we are presenting to you today, that this God is within you. It is not in the thinking mind, as you understand your thinking mind, and your thinking mind only has conceptions which fragment and compartmentalize your awareness to give the illusion of separation from this consciousness that you call God. And what we suggest to you is to learn to turn off your thinking mind. And you cannot say that you cannot do this, because all of you can turn your thinking minds off. Every one of you is capable of turning the thinking mind off. But there's so much advantage to you being distracted by thinking mind to others that have advantage you being separated from God within you. There are many that gain advantage over you by this. They create churches and religions and philosophies and sciences to keep you searching for that which is within you, outside of you. It is right under your own nose, but they tell you, no, it is here, it is here, it is there. They say that to you all the time. It is in the churches. It is in the temples. It is in the synagogues. You hear the words, come here, you will find it here. And we simply say to you, no, it is not there or there. It is within you, here, now. Now, to turn off your thinking mind is the interesting consideration here. How do you turn off that mind that thinks so incessantly, that is stimulated to be active all the time by your environment, your technologies, your televisions, your relations with others, keep you in this thinking mind, into fragmentation? The things that you've labeled, all of these things keep you in fragmentation and separation from the very thing that you would benefit most from knowing directly. To know directly God is within you, to know it within you. So the simple answer to the question, where is God is within you. And then you feel sad and you feel angry and you feel upset and you go, I don't feel God in that. That's because you are in your thinking mind. You're in your remembering mind. You're in your anticipatory mind. You are not where God is in the moment. When we have this one say every day is a brand new day, every moment is a brand new moment, that is because there's no thinking mind, but you are aware. As you are aware of the words that we are saying, and you're aware that there's an aspect of yourself that is organizing and comprehending the words that you're hearing right now, there's also an aspect of yourself that is observing all that process, the one that does not have to do the thinking, so to speak, that is simply aware. To begin the deliberate process to go within, to find the God within you. And your religions will not encourage you to do these things. They will speak of prayer. They will speak of these other things that you can do, morals and precepts that are very beneficial in many instances. There are many premises in the structures of your religions that can be very beneficial, but predominantly most of your religions are designed to keep you separate from your God. that life giver within you, that everything around you represents. You can look at a flock of birds and you say, that is a wonder to see these flocks of birds flying in such beautiful unison. And yet within each individual, that same great consciousness exists. And within you is that great flock of consciousness, that consciousness of oneness, of unity, of wholeness, of completeness. And so you begin the process of learning to turn your thinking mind off and to remove anything around you that would keep you in your thinking mind for about a little while each day. If you want to know where God is and not simply hear us describing an idea about where God is, then you must follow certain steps for yourself that you might know, not that our words be validated by that, although they will, but that you be willing to realize that your thinking mind can be turned off. You are not your thinking mind. You are not the collage and the cacophony of information flowing endlessly, incessantly through the body. But you are the gatekeeper that can say to those thoughts, be still, be still, be still, be still. And you may bring that thinking mind to that place. And in that moment where the thinking mind begins to become still and quiet and peaceful, in that place, that is where you begin to remember who you are. That is where you begin to approach the temple gates, the place where you can knock and the door shall open. It is not in the temples of the world. It is in the temple of the living God. So you bring your mind to that place of stillness, the place where you are not distracted by memory and anticipation, smell or touch or taste. You go within, and the mind is still and quiet. And even your breath may seem to disappear when you find that place where stillness abides. Even the body prepares itself to receive. And you place your consciousness, your thinking mind and your body placed in a state of stillness where they are not distracting you. And you are aware. And you are aware that there is stillness. Be still and know I am God. Be still and know this within yourself. Be still. There's much distraction, and because of this, there's confusion brought about by such distractions. And so when we say to you, this moment is brand new, this day is brand new, it is true. But many of you are caught up in the current of your minds and your thinking and your rememberings, that you have not visited the temple in truth. You have not gone into that sacred place within you that is always there waiting for you to open up the chambers of stillness and silence, that you might be in a place where you can hear the voice of God. To go within where you can hear the voice of God within you requires that you be undistracted. How can you expect to have a communication with somebody else and listen to another? And your mind is like this with you all of the time. It distracts you. Your mind distracts you, and so you cannot hear. So you must turn the mind silent, turn it off, go within, be undistracted. When you hear the voice of God within you, you will see and hear the voice of God all around you in very different ways than you may know. And so you must understand this process. of awakening by putting your mind to sleep. And every day, all of you aspire to do this. You think your bodies need to sleep because you are tired. You are correct. You are tired of being separate from that life giver within you. And so you put your mind aside, you put your body aside, you seek to relieve yourself of distractions every day. You go to this place where you say, I go to sleep. But many of you do not awaken. When you go to sleep, you should awaken. You should awaken to the God within you. But many of you are stuck and bound in your minds, in your thinking, in your remembering. But a handful of you have come to this place where you recognize this place of stillness. That the purpose of meditation is to awaken. As is the purpose of lying your body down to put it to sleep, is for you to awaken, not for you to go to sleep. That's the time you give your body and your mind rest, that you might have rest from them as well. That you might go into the chambers of God within you and say, I am here. I have left the day. I have left this world, and I am with you. And for those of you that have ears, please hear. And those of you that will have eyes, may you please see. The question, where is God, is answered simply. It is within you. It is not in the thoughts you've been given and granted by this humanity, this world. It is not in your thinking mind. It is in the stillness outside the limitations of your thinking mind, the beliefs, the ideas, the illusion that your mind is somehow a more special place for you to exist. There's no more special place to exist than with God within you. And from there, you can bring forth your purpose, your reason, your meaning for being comes from that which made you, not the world that made your mind. So there are several layers you need to understand here. The first layer is you've been given this world. You've been given a mind, a personality. It is not who you are, but for your believing in it, the personality is not who you are. It is a construction, a fabrication of this world. And it may be a good personality or a bad personality, but your personality as it is, how you express in this world, is generally a function of the personality that you've been given and acquired from this world. You watch your violence increasing upon the streets of your great cities around the world, not knowing that that violence was sown into your minds by those that would keep you separate from God. And you are distracted by the violence, and you create a personality that becomes violent. And many of you are angry and raging, judgmental. And you are stuck in your judgment. You're stuck in your anger. You're stuck in your finger pointing. All the while within you, the temple gates remain closed, waiting for you to open them. And the only way you can begin that process of opening them is to leave this world. And when we say this, we mean to leave this world in a very specific and deliberate way, that you place your mind and your body into a state, much the same way as you take your clothes off at the end of the day and you would fold them up neatly and place them aside, or put them in the place where you would clean them. But you undress yourself from your personality, you undress yourself from your body, and you go into a place away from this world. You go inside, deeply, gently inside. You look for the great empty halls, the halls of silence, where you are not distracted, but you are in a very loud and sometimes almost deafening silence. But it is the most beautiful sound you will hear, especially for those of you that have had a personality that has been given to you that is extremely disturbing and distracting, that has caused you to say and to do and to be in ways that have caused you nothing but trouble. understand that many of you are doing things not even realizing why you are doing them, or what inclines you to, or where did you get the idea to do the things you do and think the things you think. And then to be able to put all of that aside and go into the place within where stillness is. To put your mind, to put your body aside like clothing. To stand before your God naked within you. To be in that stillness. To simply say, I am here. And I am open and receptive to knowing the truth. And I will wait for your reply. And in that silence, you can wait. And you may have to come back many times until finally you will hear that voice speak to you. It may not speak to you in the words of the language of which you are familiar with, but it will answer when your intention is clear and your reasoning for such communion is evident. For you cannot hide the truth from an all-knowing consciousness. You cannot be deceptive. An all-knowing intelligence cannot make a mistake. An all-knowing intelligence cannot make a mistake. Yes, I understand. We will do this right now. So the sound quality is probably really low on TikTok, so I'm going to put this in. For those of you on TikTok, I had to put another microphone in. It's funny how they tell me that whenever it needs to happen. But this point where you are in, where you realize that God is within you already, and that you must undress yourself that you may be seen as you are, and see yourself as you are, and see yourself in the eye of that God. You use that word quite frequently, the word I, the eye of that God. And so you must undress yourself of your mind and your body, put them aside. This is what the function of what you call meditation is designed to serve, that you can put both mind and body, the clothing of this world, you put them aside, you undress yourself, and you go into that place of stillness and silence within you. And in that place of stillness and silence within you, you can find, you can know, you can experience what you cannot find or know or experience in this world. But you may know it and you may experience it within. Are you willing to do this? Are you preparing yourself? Prepare ye the way does not mean that you must do some form of penance, but it means you must be willing to put aside the world that is your mind, to remove the distractions of it, to remove the distractions of the flesh, to put them all aside, to make yourself naked in spirit, to go within the stillness deep within you, the stillness deep within you, where the world cannot know, but you may. Any that go to this place shall not be denied, but you cannot bring what does not belong. The function of God in the sense of which we speak is a function of love. And the function of evil that we will speak of is the function of what you call evil or the devil. Understand this. There are two functions of consciousness. And there is a consciousness that transcends even those, but it would be fruitless and not beneficial to have you considering something beyond what many of you even know now. But to recognize this position, first and foremost, that there is evil and there is good, there is love, there is fear. These are the two hands of creation, of which you may take from one hand or give to one hand. You may follow one hand or the other, but you cannot follow both. But you want to divest yourself of this world sufficiently enough that you can commune and connect with this intelligence, this divinity, God within you. It is within you here, now. It won't be that difficult if you begin the journey to teach your mind that it can be still. Many of you have been recently taught that you have no control over your mind, that you need something to regulate it. You must take this pill or this bottle or this drug in order to control your own mind, thusly keeping you enslaved to it, fighting with it all of the time. You do not need to fight with your mind nor your emotions. Stop fighting and be at peace. Say to the mind, be still. Like your great master, the story of what you call the Sea of Galilee, the great storm of the sea, is happening in your mind. Galilee is in your mind. The great sea is in your mind. If your mind is in turmoil, then the Sea of Galilee is in turmoil, and you can say to it, be still, be still, be still, be still. Know that you are what you are seeking. So I think that's a pretty simple explanation of it. God is within us. And it really is true when you come to that place of really recognizing that what you say and what you do can be directed by what men have taught you, what you've been taught by the world. All of us. And we've all gone through this. We've been taught to think, feel, and believe. You've been taught to think, feel, and believe what you think, feel, and believe right now. Most of what you think, feel, and believe you would not have chosen if you had a choice. I don't want to think I'm poor. Where'd you learn that thought? Where'd you get that thought from? Who gave it to you? Which thoughts serve you? Which thoughts harm you? They tell me this all the time. People don't know how to differentiate between their own thoughts and themselves. They're just saying to me, it's important to reiterate, you must learn to take your clothes off. And they're saying it's a metaphor for putting your mind, your thinking mind aside, your body aside. Go into meditation. Put your body into a state where it is not distracting you. Put your mind into a state where it is not distracting you, so that you can stand in the stillness where the divine lives. Even Master Jesus was reported to have said that. Be still and know I am God. But they also say the challenge many of you face is you believe that your thinking mind is you. That the thoughts that are in your mind are who you are. They're not who you are. Thoughts in your mind can constitute and generate certain behaviors and characteristics of how you act in the world, but they're not who you are. Thoughts can be changed. The values that thoughts make up can be changed. Your body reacts and responds to those thoughts, and your world responds to them as well. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for being with us. I really, really appreciate it. They want me to emphasize, though, it's important that you understand the metaphor that we are saying to you about undressing yourself. It is not taking your physical clothes off. It's about taking the clothing of your mind, the distractions of the flesh, and putting them aside, that you might begin to glimpse and see yourself as you are. To remember what and who you are. To remember this. You do not know who you are in your mind. You are being what you are told to be in your mind. And you cannot know who you are if you are distracted from who you are. Make your mind still and peaceful. Make your mind still and peaceful. It is your mind to control. But many of you have been believed to think that the mind is a mysterious invention, that there are mysteries to your mind that cannot be understood, and we will tell you that is a great lie. Your mind is not a mystery. It is the most beautiful and wondrous instrument of creating and creation. This is the truth of the mind, that is an instrument of creation. That is what your mind is, an instrument of creation. It is. And you are not the instrument. You are by nature, the operator of the instrument. Many of you believe you are the instrument. And so how can you learn to play an instrument if you do not think that you are the player? And so please understand us when we say, take off thy robe. Wow. Thank you. Morning, everybody. It is a brand new day. Hi, guys. Hi. Thank you for the roses, Danielle. I really appreciate that. Can I hear a message from my ancestors? Well, I thought that was a pretty good one. How can I start to sell my paintings? They're saying two things to you. Again, you must, first of all, believe and know that they are of value to those that are here to receive them. The nature of your question tells us that you still doubt yourself. Remove the doubt from your mind. Remove the doubt from your mind. There are many ways that you can reach those who would adore your work. Be fearless in what ways you will choose. Do not accept that you must not limit yourself. Use internet. Carry your portfolio with you. Share your work with as many people as possible. Share the love of your work in every word you speak about it. That every word you speak or thought you think about your art should be of the joy and the love of your art. That others will feel the love and the joy of your art also. But you must believe in the love that you experience when you perform the function of creation with your art. The joy, the love that you have when you do that, let that be what you speak of your work to others with. Let your love speak for you to others. Let your love speak for you to others about your art. Wow, thank you. Question from Peter. Why am I feeling so tired? What's going on? Thanks. Okay, at the beginning, before we got started, I've been told we're going to get, at least the next 10 to 14 days, we're going to be experiencing a lot of what we call ascension energy. If you want to know more about ascension energy, you can go back and watch the replay of this video on my YouTube channel, under the live section on my YouTube channel. At the very beginning, ascension energy and what it is happening. But a lot of people are feeling fatigued, they're feeling headaches, and yeah, there's some technological interference. But mostly people don't get that the energy from the sun is affecting everything on this planet. It's providing a new energy that each and every one of us individually can engage, and your dominant energy, your dominant thoughts, your dominant emotions, your dominant actions are going to be imbued or receive this energy. So if you're really focusing on being upbeat and positive and loving and compassionate and peaceful and kind and creative and playful, if you're focusing your attention, your energy in that direction, then that's going to be amplified. So the person that, for example, that just asked about the artwork, you're thinking about, I'm not sure if people, how can I get people to buy my art? I don't know. Whatever dominant emotions you're feeling in any moment, the energy from the sun, especially when it goes into these peak states of emanating this energy, is going to amplify your dominant mental and emotional state. It's going to amplify your dominant mental emotional state, both individually for us and collectively as a species. So if people are wondering why are things getting so chaotic here, it's because so many people are thinking chaotic. Turn your televisions off from the violence and the judgment and the fear and the rage and the anger that's being propagated in television and entertainment. That's not entertainment, that's programming. And what you put your attention on is going to be amplified. So if you're seeing more bad in the world, it's because more people are focusing on those things in their mind. So for you that are feeling tired right now, you really want to, Peter, you want to really get to a place. You want to really get yourself to a place where you're focusing on excitement and joy and like really get into that, the vibration of energy. You'll feel your system change immediately. Also, things for dealing with ascension energy symptoms, make certain you're drinking lots of good, clean water. Make certain you're going out and grounding. A lot of people don't realize that fatigue, you can go outside and put your feet flat on the ground and recharge your body from the earth. Your body is a microcosm of the earth. So meditation, grounding, proper hydration, good living food. You want to choose foods and drinks that are alive, freshly squeezed, and very good smoothies. Put things in the body that bring the energy up. You can bring the energy of the body up, bring the energy of the mind up with the way you think. Turn your televisions off. Get off your technology as much. Find things that elevate your thinking process up. You'll find your tiredness go really quickly, right? A lot of people don't realize the sun is what is directing the events that are happening on the planet, physiologically speaking. Geologically, physically, for every life form on this planet, the sun, the physical sun, is determining what's happening on the physical earth. That's that simple. The whole illusion of global warming is simply to peel money out of your pockets, when the reality is the sun is the main climate driver upon this planet, and science is now beginning to realize that it is the case. But it's more than that. The sun also drives your body. It affects you electrically, energetically. Let me know what you think about ascension energy in the comments section below. Also, let me know what you think about what they said about God, where God is. Give us your thoughts and ideas on that too as well. Hi, guys. Hi. Thank you, Web Stylist, for the rose. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Very enlightening. I like that. That's a very good play on words. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, guys. EKG is asking, William, you were right. I had a dream about gold coins, and you said it signifies abundance. Yesterday, I received a letter stating that my credit card had been forgiven. Can I expect more surprises? Absolutely. What he's talking about, and this is so important. Thank you so much for sharing that. I also got a video testimonial from somebody yesterday who said they'd had a reading with me about 2 months ago. And in the reading, their guides and angels told them what they needed to do. That her husband, who was on the other side in the other realm, spoke through and told her some things that she could do for her knees because she was having problems walking. She just sent a video to me yesterday telling me how it's been 2 months since that reading and she's been completely pain-free and she's able to walk around. Amazing things are happening, folks. What EKG is saying here on YouTube is another example of that. When you align your consciousness to specific qualities of energy, then certain effects will happen in your physical world. Matter is an effect of your consciousness, not a cause of your consciousness. Matter reacts to thought. Just like, see that way the hand's moving? That matter reacts to the way thought interacts with matter. Matter reacts to the way thoughts interact with matter. And you get to decide what thoughts you're thinking, but most people don't realize they can do that. Most people think their thoughts they're thinking are the only thoughts that they can think. Most people believe that most of the thoughts they're thinking, they can't change. That's just what I think. And that means you're stuck. If you believe that, you're stuck. But anyway, EKJ, yes, you can expect more if you continue applying the same focus that you are abundant, but not just think the thought, affirmations in and of themselves have a limited benefit. It's not the affirmation, it's the quality of the energy of the affirmation that determines how it's going to affect the physical world. So it's like, I'm really abundant. I'm really abundant. It's a beautiful word, beautiful statement. I'm really abundant. It's a wonderful idea, but there's no energy to it. I am really abundant. I'm really abundant. I'm the energy that you bring. So thought and the ideal energy that you put with it affects matter. My guardian angel John taught me this about 5 years ago. He said, William, emotion is the 5th state of energy, and it's responsible for all forms below it. Solids, liquids, gases, electrons, time, and space are all subjective to emotional energy that we emanate. So you can tell, look at our cities. Men get ideas, get excited about it, and it causes them to act, and they build and they create, or they get an idea and it inspires them, and they get the inspiration of the idea. It causes them to act. Right? Remember that. Anyway, I'm really happy for you, AKJ. Congratulations on that. Yeah, that happens a lot here. Hi there, guys. Good morning, Heather. Good to see you. Let me know what you guys think about manifestation like that. And if you want to book a reading with me, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Book a half-hour, 1-hour reading with me. Your life will change. Because I have no idea what's going to happen for you. I know it'll be what you need. Because your guides, your angels, the beings that are going to communicate with you will communicate to you, loved ones, family members. You will receive the guidance, the wisdom, the information, the knowledge that's unique to you and your position and your creation at this point of time and space in your life. Yes, we do that here too. Someone's saying, how can I clear, who's this here? Andrew, and what is your name there, darling? What is your name? Angie. Hi, Angie. How do I clear my life's troubles and get back on track? In order to begin to clear your life troubles, what the Divine Collective was saying a little earlier here, you need to undress your mind. Get out of your mind. When somebody says he's out of his mind, that's a good thing. I know what they mean by that, but you've got a thinking mind that is in your way. You have to get out of your thinking mind so that you can create a new mind. Like literally, you have to get away from the old thinking, the old remembering, the old fears, because you're living a past present or a future past. Most people are. If you want to learn more about how to connect to your guides and how to connect to your angel, how to get more information easily, directly, because everybody's a spiritual medium. Everybody can learn to tune into other realms of information. So yeah, you want to get your mind out of the way. If you want to do that, go sign up for our master classes. We got our masterclass 101 called Awakening, begins March the 9th. And you got an introduction to connecting to your guides, your angels, ascended masters, loved ones. You'll learn a step-by-step process that will allow you to open up the faculties of perception that will let you begin to perceive their presence around you, which is very exciting when that happens. When we see people have that happen for the first time, they can feel the energy of their mother or their father or Master Jesus or guardian angel. It's a beautiful thing to see. I had a vision. Should I paint it? It comes with sound. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't delay. When you get inspiration like that, do it. Don't wait for it. Do it. Do it now. Get to it. Lisa's asking, does Debbie have a message for me? I don't know why, but I'm being shown a baby stroller. She's showing me a baby stroller and a carriage. She's showing me like an old style baby carriage. The one that has the cover. She's showing me, why are you showing me that? She's just saying good news. She's saying good news. It's good news. There's good news. There's something. And again, I'm trying not to interfere, but she says good news, and she's showing me this. Does that mean there's a baby coming? What does that actually mean? It means there's a new birth about to happen in your life, a new birth. She's saying it doesn't specifically have to do with children, but it's a new birth. Something very new is going to happen in your life. Congratulations, whatever that ends up being. When it does happen, please leave a comment. And I want to say to, where is he hiding here? Yeah. Thank you, EKG, for sharing your experience. Really appreciate it. For anybody who receives a message here, please come back and share your experience and what happened with you, how it unfolded, what's occurring for you. I'm really happy about your credit card debt being forgiven like that. That's a wonderful thing. Miracles are natural. They tell me all the time, miracles are natural phenomena of when you get into alignment to certain qualities of consciousness. Miracles are natural phenomena. Yeah, we'll get to that. Remember, if you have a question you really want to answer, because I won't get to all the questions today, use the super chat feature on YouTube. Use the Linktree link in my bio on TikTok, and you can ask a question directly through me through PayPal and send a small donation for the question. Or you can book a reading with me or sign up for any of our master classes through the Linktree link, which is also below any of my videos on YouTube. Loretta. Hi, Loretta. Amazing message today. Any message for me today from Archangel Michael? I'm under a lot of stress lately with my best friend, Patricia, in her last days on this earth. I know it's really, I got to tell you, Patricia's higher self is saying she's really excited about going, but her personality is afraid to leave because she loves you very much, right? And it would be really helpful for her personality, if you let her know she's going to be perfectly safe. The body is going to cease to function as it always does. Everyone's body is going to end in this dimension, but you don't leave existence. You just leave the physical medium of expression. So yeah, you really want to be present with her, be like really present and let her know how she already knows. Her higher self knows and her personality knows, right? Yes, I can tell her that too. So I'm also being told to tell you that let her know that her life does not end with the body. Let her know those words. Life does not end with the body. She needs to hear those words. Her personality needs to hear those words. Life does not end with the body. And wish her a good journey. Really, a lot of people don't realize the body is just the medium that you use while learning how to create. That's what your body is. Your body's not who you are. It's an instrument that you can use. Look, I can have this hand wiggle around, and I can make the body jump up and down because I'm the operator of the system. And I work along with an unconscious system too. But your body's not who you are. But you've been given that body that you're in for a very specific reason. And your duty is to learn what is your purpose. That's your one duty above all other things while you're in this dimension. To discover what your purpose is and then to carry it out. And a lot of people are feeling purposeless. And it's not because you don't have a purpose. We get this question a lot. What is my purpose? Why am I here? Happens a lot in reading. People ask that question. Why am I here? What's my purpose? And they get their answers. It's very funny when that happens. And yet, because you've been given a personality, you were born into this world. In that body, you came into the body. You're in it. You're in it to win it, folks. You're in that body. And then the world gives you information, ideas, beliefs. They're poured into your body through the 5 physical senses. And as that information goes in, it formulates a structure, a neurological, biological structure that gets formulated and becomes what you call your personalized identity. But it's not who you are. But as awareness, you slowly and gradually over the first 7 years of your life, you slowly slip into this information. You put it on like a cloak. You gradually put this personality on over you and you get lost in it. And so you lose who you are in the mask of the personality. And our goal here, my goal for the rest of this lifetime, is to assist people in awakening, to bring about the manifestation of your divinity, to end needless suffering, because it can happen very easily. So you find yourself stuck in the illusion of the personality. And now you are stuck with this limited information about who you're supposed to be. how old you are, where you're from, what your hair color is, all this information that you're now stuck in thinking this is who I am. It's not who you are. And it's the thing that blocks you from knowing why you came here. And what the Divine Collective was saying a little earlier is you have to take that off. You have to literally, through meditation, undress yourself, get out of the personality, get out of your thinking, remembering, anticipatory mind. Because if you're not living, most people are living in a past present or a future past. That's how most people spend lifetimes, with their personality creating and projecting and reprojecting what it remembers again and again and again. And you feel helpless and hopeless, not because you're helpless and hopeless, but because you don't think there's any way out of the incessant thinking and the beliefs that limit you into being something you're not. But I'm here to tell you that is not true. The moment you take your breath like this, you now assuming command over the operating system. The minute you direct the body to breathe, you're now beginning to take command of the operating system. The minute you say to your mind, be still, be quiet, be peaceful, and you're intent and clear on directing the mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, you're now assuming authority over the system. And then when you can get your mind and your body still and quiet, you can begin to start remembering the incredible you that you are. The divinity of yourself is outside the illusion of the personality, the cloth of civilization put over your head. The statement, pull the wool over your eyes, is very true, in that your personality is the wool that's been pulled over your eye. Let thine eye be single and thy whole body shall be filled with light. But if the wool is pulled over your eye as a personality, how can you see the light? If you've got wool over your eye, who I am, who you are. And your personality is not who you are. That incessant thinking and emotional turmoil that's sometimes there is not who you are. It's the conditioning of the mind. It's all the thoughts, the memories, the emotions, the TV shows, the entertainment, the things you put in it. And you have to step out of it. You have to do a house cleaning, do laundry, take off your mind, take off the body, put them aside, go into meditation. And that's how you clean your mind up. When you start to remember who you are, you start to realize that thought's not what I want to think. I'm not no good. That's not a thought that's true. I don't want that thought. That's not who I am. You are not your thoughts, folks. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your body. You have thoughts. Most of them aren't even yours. You have emotions. You have a body. It's really fascinating. But a lot of people, they're trying to find the quick way to shut their mind up. So they take a pill or they take a drug or they drink their mind into oblivion. Shortcuts don't work, but there is one shortcut that does. And that shortcut is meditation. Teaching your mind to be still and quiet. Teaching your mind and your body to be still and quiet so that you are now the master of the house. Such a wonderful notion, isn't it? Jenny Justice is asking, my partner is really struggling with love of self and often feels it would be better for him or her to leave this world. What is at the heart of this matter? Well, isn't that funny? The question was just answered. Jenny Justice, I hope you're hearing. Your partner, all of you that are hearing, please hear these words. These words come from love, and they were given to me to give to you. Okay? You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. Okay? You are a soul, a spirit of universal light. And you need to teach your mind to be still and quiet. If you want to learn how to do this, come to our master classes. You will learn how to meditate. You will learn to make a difference between yourself, your mind, and your body. And you'll learn to make your body healthier, your mind quieter, calmer, more peaceful, more creative. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Sign up for Masterclass 101 Awakening. It's the very first program in our 4-tiered program of learning how to awaken yourself So you're no longer being subjective or subjected to the thoughts in your mind and the emotions that your body's got stored inside of it. There's nothing wrong with your partner, and please tell him that. There's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with any of you. Unless you want to believe that, of course, then you'll experience that reality. Or you've been told that there's something wrong with you, and then you might believe that reality. But who you are as a spiritual entity is so wondrous and unique and incredible. You are incredible. And to glimpse your own incredibleness, it's not a word, but I'm making it up. To glimpse that, you need to get outside of the costume of your personality. Get outside of your thinking mind. Get outside of your remembering mind. Learn to be what Master Jesus tells me, be in the present moment. Buddha says the same thing. Be still, be silent. Be here, be now. It's important you understand that distinction, that you can do this. You're not your thoughts. You're not your memories. You're not your emotions. You are a soul. And you've been put into this world. You've come into this world, and people dumped a bunch of garbage in your mind. They're still doing it through television and mass media communications, and which are very good as well. I mean, these devices allow this information to come out to many of you right now. This information gets to flow out to you guys from source, from my guides, from my angels, from the ones that work with and through me. And they'll work with and through you too. Once you learn how to quiet your own, once you realize, oh wait, I can actually say to my mind, okay, I will. So somebody's just told me to tell you this. Listen, a simple way to get your mind to be quiet right now, and I encourage all of you to try this. It's really simple. It's the simplest thing I was ever given by my guardian angel about how to quiet my mind, because my mind used to be insane. My mind was crazy. It was running, it was just a madhouse. Anyway, something really simple that you can all do right now, and you'll bear witness to your own authority. At least you'll get a glimpse. You'll get a moment. I promise you, if you do this, what I'm going to show you in a minute, you will get a glimpse of how you can begin to experience your mind being your servant and not your master, okay? So I want you all to take your right index finger, okay? And put it out in front of you like this. And then I want you to take your right index finger, and I want you to bring the index finger, and I want you to put it to the front of your lips like this, just under your nose like this. And I want you to take a deep breath. And then when you exhale, I want you to make this sound. 4 times. And many of you will notice that your mind goes quiet almost immediately. And some of you will notice it might take a couple of times of doing that, and the mind starts to quiet. But the reason I was told to have you do that right now is because it's important that you gain an experience that your mind will respond to you, that you don't necessarily need alcohol or a pill or a drug to get your mind to be calm. You can literally teach it. And there are many simple, non-invasive, non-detrimental ways for you to teach your mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. There are many ways that are simple and good for you to teach your mind to do this. Let me know what your experience was when you did that in the comment section. Let me know what your experience is when you did that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Is my dad around me? Can I receive a message, please? Yeah, he's behind your left shoulder right now, Jessica. He's saying you're a big girl now. You're a big girl. She says what you're waiting for in your life will happen. She says it's only going to happen when you let me go. I'm with you because you still think you need me. You need to let me go. It's funny, they don't often say that, but he says you need to let me go that your life may be fulfilled. Let the wonder of what is to come come. Let the wonder of what is to come come. Yeah. He's saying also letting him go does not mean that he's gone. It just simply means that you're not using him as a crutch anymore to avoid doing the things that he says you need to do. He says, I will speak to you. You hear me speak to you. Listen to me. I'll give you advice. If you just listen to me when you're going to do any of these things, you know what I would say to you. Let me say it to you. Do that. Yes. It's cool. Someone's saying, I almost died 30 years ago. Viral infection paralyzed my entire body. Jesus came and gave me this prayer. I have the power of the Lord Jesus within me, helping me to heal from within. Beautiful. I love that. You know, all the ascended masters, all the ascended healers, Archangel Raphael, Archangel, they all do that. They will tell you to look within. Go within. The kingdom of God is within you. And if God is all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present, it stands to reason that if you get in touch with an all-knowing, all-powerful, omnipresent intelligence, that it's going to be able to give you answers and solutions to problems that no man can give you. But within each and every one of you, that God is right now. Whether you call it God or Great Spirit or the energy or the oneness, or Pete or Bob or Marley, whatever you want to call it. You can give God whatever name, as long as you know that it is within you. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate that. Lots of likes. I love that. Got a super chat here from Ian. Hi, Ian. Hi, William. Is the image of the God Pan symbolic? Yes. Yes, it is. All images that represent God are symbolic. For the true God is within you. The one true God is within you, and you cannot know his name until you are with him. And then you will know your name also. Wow. But all these other manifestations, Pan, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Buddha, they're all manifestations of the divinity that is what we are. Yes, where is that? I got to check that. Yeah, we are at a very powerful and beautiful time in our collective unconsciousness as a species. We are in a most auspicious time. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for that super chat, Ian. Really appreciate it. You just got that, Heather. If you're listening, you got it. Someone's saying, is my dad around me? Yes, Jessica, you have to listen. He's been around you for a long, long time. Yeah. A respected psychic said, I will be betrayed by whom? I'm being told to cast that out from thee. I'm being told to tell you, I don't know who this is, but they're saying to cast that out from thee. Do not let any man place fear in your heart. Do not let any man place fear in your heart. Make your house sacred and holy. Do not allow any man to put dirt in your house. Again, love functions in very precise and specific ways, as does fear. Yes, cast that out from your house. Cast it out from your house. You are wherever you go, you're surrounded by love. Wherever I go, I'm surrounded by love. Think about what you want your experience to be, because again, television, radio, entertainment, sports, put experience and information in your mind. Everything you allow your eyes to see, your ears to hear in this world is going to influence you. Watch what you let inside your house, because it's going to either make your house clean or messy. Be careful what guests you invite inside. So what you let inside your mind becomes very important. Watch what they're putting in your mind. You think television is entertainment? Television is conditioning and programming to keep you in suffering, most of it. But yeah, cast that out. I'm told to tell you that. Cast that out from your house. Is someone talking to me through frequencies? My head has been tingling the past week And to my right, yes, and yes. In our come join our masterclass, our one-on-one masterclass, where you can find out who that actually is, right? Like your guides and your angels will connect you in the way that you're able to receive. So some people get tingling sensations. Other people will get see flashes of light. Some people get sequences of number, and they know it's something going on. Like that that's one of your guardian angels with you right now. Trying to he wants you to start thinking right. Thinking right is what he wants me to tell you. Start thinking right. More right, more righteous, right? It's interesting. Once you learn how to connect to your guides and angels, you open up a realm of information that's not from this world. There are other dimensions of consciousness, and although science does not have the technology to measure them, they certainly know that there's a color spectrum, a light spectrum, that's very broad, far beyond what we can see with our eyes. They know there's a sound spectrum that's far beyond what our ears can hear, but there's also spectrums of existence, dimensions that are beyond the spectrum of our ability to perceive, or science's ability to perceive or recognize with the existing technologies. But they do exist, and you can walk through them, you can experience them, you can interact with them, with understanding how to move your consciousness from being localized to the body to different realms, which you can do through meditation. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Amanda, thank you for that super sticker. Did I miss a question from you? Thank you for that super sticker. I wish I could see what it is. This doesn't let me see that. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Yeah, so guides and angels, your guides, your angels, ascended masters, they will come to you the way that you can receive. And you must learn to interpret. That's the challenge most people face, is how do I understand what the message means? How do I know what this tingling means? How do I know who it is? In our one-on-one masterclass, we teach you, we have practices from Sunday to Friday, 1 hour lessons every day, where you get a chance to connect your guides and connect your angels in simple, easy to use practices. Learning certain tools, we apply certain tools so you can reopen or retrain your inner faculties of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. They need to be redeveloped because you're disconnected from them. Most people at birth are born with all their physical senses and all their psychic senses perfectly intact. But what happens is the world around you causes you to focus exclusively on the external senses. And so the internal senses don't get developed. They get left dormant because your whole focus is on what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you touch, what you taste. And so all of your attention has gone outside of yourself, so you don't get a chance to know what's on the inside. And clairvoyance means clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentience, clear feeling, claircognizance, clear knowing. These are faculties. Intuit, you could call it like a gut feeling or a knowing. That's what some of these faculties could be perceived as intuition, as a hunch, as a knowing. And you'll learn all about this in our one-on-one masterclass. So I encourage you to go sign up at williammichaelforbes.com. We begin March the 9th. You don't want to miss your spot. You want to get the spot sooner rather than later. Get registered. That's wonderful. Why do I feel anxiety after a big accomplishment? That's a great question. Let me just tune into you for a second. Yeah. Okay. So when you're not getting it's not what you think it is. What you're feeling is you're acquiring more energy. A lot of people misinterpret some emotional energies. You put your interpretation of a new feeling. I'm being told to tell you that anxiety that you feel after an accomplishment isn't anxiety. It's not fear. It's more energy coming to you to do more. But we've been so conditioned that anything outside of what we know must be scary. So what's happening? You do this accomplishment. And thank you. You do this accomplishment, and all this energy begins to flow into your body. It's like, now I've got more energy. So what you want to go, once you feel that energy, what you've been calling anxiety, you want to go, okay, what's the next thing I want to do? What can I do with this energy of creation? Because emotion is energy. That's all emotion is. It can be labeled as anxiety, it can be labeled as joy, it can be labeled as sadness, it can be labeled as happiness. Emotion is simply energy. And that sensation of anxiety is energy. Forget the word anxiety, recognize it's energy coming into your body for you to perform the job that you're here to perform. You can do what's the next thing, what's the next thing, what's the next thing. That's what the energy is for. What's next, what's next, what's next. Yeah. Someone's asking here, any massive teeth issues related to our ancestors and karma? If so, is there a way to correct it? Yeah, the way to correct a lot of teeth issues is to stop eating processed sugars now. Our ancestors, if you go to some of the Mexican ruins down here where they found the bodies of people that have lived thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, mummies, teeth fully intact, perfect, pristine teeth, thousands of years ago. Even 150 years ago, when the Native Americans were predominantly feeding themselves and living off the land, taking care of themselves, their teeth were pristine and perfect. They were vibrant and healthy. Processed sugar, remove that because it's blocking a lot of the energy of the pure DNA that we all possess in our system. We've been corrupted by a lot of the stuff that's been made today, right? There's darkness on this planet that's going to be released. It's going down. I'm looking for insight on my income. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Those happy horns. Thank you so much. Party horns. Woo! I'm looking for insight on my income. I'm wondering if you have any messages for me. Everybody needs to understand, and I understand, it's only been these last 5 years that I've actually begun to understand something I've been wanting to understand for most of my life. And it's this, that your emotions are organizing all of your experiences. Every emotion you have is organizing your experiences. It organizes the molecules in your body. It organizes the way you behave. It organizes events and circumstances. It's the invisible substance. It's everywhere. And then thoughts, the thoughts that you think in your mind, structure emotional energy. If I think, wow, look at those incredible birds flying outside, just that thought, there are incredible birds flying outside too. Just that thought stimulates an energy. And that energy I call an emotion that feels good. Most people have thoughts that they don't even regulate or monitor or control. So if you want to shift your income really quickly, look at the thoughts and then look at the emotion those thoughts create. And then become conscious about choosing the thoughts that will create emotions that will create the conditions in your environment that support and sustain you. They're just sitting up there spinning beautifully around. Such a wonder. And so we have this process. Emotion organizes matter. Thoughts organize emotional energy. You can change your thoughts. You are a soul. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your body. You have thoughts. You have emotions. You have a body. And you're the operator of them. You're the CEO of the system, or you should be, right? I hope you are. I really do. Good morning, William. Are there any messages for me from Spirit today? Hi. Thank you for being a subscriber to my TikTok channel. Yeah, remember to subscribe to the channel. If you're here, subscribe. I'd love to get up to like 20 subscribers in the next couple of days. If you could do that right now, you could really help out. We're up to 11 so far. I need 9 more subscribers on my TikTok channel to meet my goal there. So it'd be really helpful if you could do that. Any message for Spirit for me today? Hi, Brow Queen. Good to see you back again. You need to stretch. I don't know if you practice yoga, but there's a group of muscles in the back. You have muscles in the back that need to be stretched out. They're causing a blockage in your solar plexus chakra. The tension from those muscles in your back are causing a blockage in your solar plexus. You need to really stretch. They're saying like you really need to stretch out those back muscles to liberate that energy from the solar plexus chakra. They're saying that this is what's been inhibiting what you've been wanting to happen and waiting to happen for about 4 weeks now. There's something you've been wanting to happen. That blockage in the solar plexus is why it's not happening. So you're going to want to loosen those back muscles up. Oh, cool. Never heard that before. How do we know that we've been fully delivered? Wow. Well, you've already been fully delivered. You just got to remember that. And what that person's who's asking this question, who are you, beautiful soul? Bumgidity, something like that. Bumgidity. I don't know. Anyway, it's a beautiful, interesting name. Being fully delivered means to divest yourself of subjectivity to the world. That is, you are no longer governed by what the world has told you, no longer governed by what your memories are. You literally stand before the divine in yourself. To tell you what it is would be to confuse you further. But what we can say to you is that learn to go within. Go within. Leave this world behind. Go within. Go within to the place, yes, to the holy place within, to the place of stillness, to the place where you cannot be disturbed nor distracted by this world. And wait, not to be delivered, but to be received. Not to be delivered, but to be received. Prepare yourself. I love that. So as they were saying, prepare yourself, they were saying again, like showing me an image of somebody taking your robe off, taking your clothing off, and going into a sacred space. And that's what you need to do to be received. You have to let go of your mind and body. You have to literally put them aside in meditation. Like literally teach your mind and teach your body to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. And there's many different schools out there that will teach you different forms of it. We encourage you to come to our masterclass here and learn to meditate. Simply, a lot of our students go on to explore other avenues, but you want to come in and learn that process. Get your mind, get your body still, quiet, and peaceful. Get out of this world. Take off the mask, take off the robe, and come into the house, right? Be still and know I am God, that I that you are. And then you'll know what that means. Then you'll know what it is to be received. Because what you mean by when will we know we're delivered? You'll know because you'll be received. Right? If you come into God's house, which is within you, and you come before him as you are, you will be delivered. You will be received. They're one and the same thing. Right? And God is not God is everywhere. Right? It's hard for the finite mind to concept. It's hard for the finite mind to comprehend the infinite. That's why you have to let go of your mind. I mean, Master Jesus meditated every single day from age 5. Every day, he diligently went inside, put his thinking mind, his body aside, and went into meditation. A lot of people don't know that about him. That's where the concept of prayer originated. It's a form of meditation. That's what prayer is really meant to be, a form of meditation. Not just a form of asking God for things, but going in and connecting with that God within you. Yep. I would like to make contact with my father. He stopped contact 7 months ago after his passing. Well, again, some of them move on. Some beings will move right on to other dimensions of experience. Some will come right back into an incarnation. Some will just merge back into the divinity of the self and not just rest in that. Right? But again, if you want to learn to connect to your loved ones, come to our masterclass series. Masterclass 101 begins March the 9th. It runs from Sunday to Friday for 3 weeks, and you'll learn simple, practical steps. You'll connect to and communicate with ascended masters and learn directly from them. And you'll connect to your guides and angels, the ones that are actually here energetically to work with you and help you, right? Go sign up today. Go to WilliamMichaelForbes.com. Look in the shop and you'll find what you need there to sign up. You can also book a reading while you're there if you need to. That's cool. I like that. Someone's asking, when will my boyfriend buy a house? We are currently looking. Well, you haven't found it yet. You'll buy it when he finds it. How would it feel? You need to get into the feeling. You don't have to know what the house looks like, really. If you know how you want to feel in your new home, this is what you can do. How would you feel in your new home? If you had it right now, you didn't know it, but it was your home. How would you feel right now having your own new home? And if you connect to that feeling right now, you'll actually bring it into your life. Emotions attract and emotions repel, right? Emotions create the conditions of our lives. Someone's saying, my life is upside down. We lost jobs, money. Now we will talk to a lawyer and we want to save our house. We will have no place to go if we lose it. We have 4 children. Thank you. What does Archangel Michael say? Well, she's calling him Saint Michael. He says he doesn't mind either name. Again, you are caught up in the throes of your fear. Surrender your fear for your faith. Again, sit in the stillness of your mind. Surrender, cast off your fears. Cast off your fears. Yes. Again, what would you experience in your world if you could keep your house and knew you had no concern about whether you could keep your house? If you knew you were able to keep your house right now, how would you feel? How would you feel right now if you knew that the house is secure? You don't have to know how the house is secure. You have to know how it would feel if the house is secure. And so does your husband, and so do your children. All of you pray together, get together and say, how would we feel if our house were secure right now? How would we feel? And have everybody discuss how they would feel if the house were secured. And you need to bring that energy. That's a form of prayer. Talking about what you want is a form of prayer, by the way. Talking about what you want is a form of prayer. So get together with your husband and your kids and say, if we are able to keep this house, how do we feel being able to stay in this house? Let each of you say, I would feel joyful. I would feel happy. I'd feel grateful. Let each one of you speak the truth of how you would feel in your home secured. And do this at least twice a day. Do this at least twice a day and begin right now. Begin right now. Begin right now. Don't waste another moment. Yeah. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Yeah, I see. There's so much going on here. Excuse me. I'm just going to have a little sip here. Thank you. Thank you for being so patient. Someone saying, hello, I'm a psychic medium. I want to know if you teach channeling. Yes, we do. We do. Go to my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com, and sign up for a 101 masterclass. It's called Awakening. And you literally go through a process of awakening and initiation. The ascended masters, other multidimensional beings come and they teach. We've had Master Jesus, Buddha. We've had Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. We've had other beings, Dr. David Hawkins. We've had other beings come into the masterclass and channel. And yeah, there's simple, easy to apply ways of activating those gifts. For those of you that are practicing mediums or are interested in mediumship, this is a must-take course. It will give you the foundation upon which you can begin to build and develop the natural abilities to tap into realms of information outside of what you know. Right? Like right now around us, there's thousands of television stations, thousands of radio stations, all around us. Why don't you hear them? Because you don't have a device to tune into them. If you have a TV or radio and you can tune into all these different stations. Your brain and your body have a built-in system that you must learn how to tune. You have to teach your mind and body to tune into your guides, tune into Jesus, tune into God, tune into the archangels. You must teach the system like a radio set. You adjust it. You learn how to adjust your mind. You learn how to adjust your body. You learn how to activate your clairs. So go sign up today. The course begins March the 9th. Yes, you're going to do really well at it too. In an attempt to self-analyze, I look at myself as not me and had a glimpse of light and love. That's wonderful. It's really true when you can, I mean, the whole concept they're talking about taking our clothes off. I'm not physical clothes, but taking your mind, undressing, standing naked before God. I love that idea where you take all that you know, all that you believe, all that you think, and you say, okay, I'm going to put all that aside. I'm going to put my thinking, my distractions aside, and I'm going to go within. It's an amazing thing that starts to happen. And when you start seeing little glimmers of light, you know you're getting close. I am the light, the way, and the truth is the statement for a reason. So when you go within, you let your mind go, you let your troubles go, you go inside, you connect to that place internally. It's why all the mystics, all the monks, why they all teach meditation. So that you disconnect from the confusion of the world and the mind to go back to that place in the center of your being, the place where indwells the living God. How does come from a place of soul love versus thinking mind love? Thank you. So someone's asking, what's the difference between a place of soul love versus thinking mind love? The thinking mind is the one that's weighing, measuring, analyzing, weighing. And that's a function you have called reason. You want to put your attention away. You want to stop thinking, literally. You want to stop your mind. Don't ever believe it. If anybody tells you you can't stop your mind from thinking, they're lying to you. You can stop your mind from thinking. You can. That's what meditation will teach you to do. But there is a difference between thinking your way to the divine and being with the divine. If you can shut your thinking mind off, and it's an amazing thing that happens. We see it happen to students all the time. I see it happen in readings oftentimes, where sometimes a person will come for a reading and they'll have the person do a little breathing exercise, or they'll have the person shift their awareness to somewhere else, or they'll have the person interact with a certain emotion that's been troubling them. And all of a sudden there's this transformation that happens. That when you realize you can change an emotion in your body like that fast, when you realize I can actually change my emotions by the way I interact with them, it's pretty phenomenal. But yeah, there's a difference between thinking and a difference between being. Being doesn't require thinking, right? Being doesn't require thinking, but thinking requires a being. Thinking requires a being, but being doesn't require thinking. It's really cool. Someone says, I can't stop now. Yes, you can. Take a deep breath. Put your right index finger to your lips and go, shh. If your mind is running on, just do that. Put your finger to your lips and go, shh. Just do that a few times and watch. Your mind will start to go quiet. And even if it only goes quiet for a moment, at least now you know that you can affect the system. And once you know you can make a little change, you just then have to apply something a little more. What was that? That's a little treat. It looks like a pastry. I don't eat pastries, but thank you. I like the pretend ones. They're fun. Yes, I do. Are you on the right path? Yes, you are on the right path. Again, they're saying you need to focus a little bit. You need to focus a little bit more on what you're putting into the temple. You need to focus a little more on what you're putting into the temple, into the physical body. What are you putting in your physical body regularly? They want you to focus on what. Be careful what you put in the temple. Be careful. Sash is asking, are there any advice to effectively clear the house? Any messages from my guides? Yes. Ringing a bell, getting a good bell that vibrates at the frequency of C, high C, which is about 256 cycles a second. You want to ring a bell that resonates at that frequency. Go through each and every room in your house and make that frequency. The other choice you have, you can go through every room in the house and you can make the sound Om. You can go through every room in your house and make that sound in every room. Om. Do that in each room of the house and you'll find the energy will lift up pretty quickly. Can I awaken my husband? Yes. Talk to his higher self in your meditations. But don't, again, if you're trying to awaken somebody, you can't force awakening. You have to choose that. Your best way is to awaken yourself fully and completely. Fully and completely. Because when you awaken, well, a lot of people try to change people with their ego. You can't change people with your ego, but you can be divinely inspired of what you need to say and what you need to do. You can be divinely inspired what you need to say and what you need to do to facilitate or promote the opportunity for your husband to awaken. But most people I got to figure out a way to get them to change rather than to receive inspiration, to receive guidance. Again, learning to connect your guides, your angels, your ascended masters, the deities that are available to us. So connect them and receive wisdom and knowledge beyond what you know is really the way to do it. But you want to go from that route, like really just transmit that to him. Talk to his higher self, like literally sit down and say, I love you. I cherish you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I want you to be happy and filled with joy and light, right? And then be that joy and light and watch what happens. You become what you behold. Oh, thank you so much. Takes one to know one. Somebody said, I'm so good, but so are you. It takes one to know one. Did they say Kriya Yoga the other day? Yes, they did say Kriya Yoga the other day. Thank you. You're welcome. Will my family and I be approved to the humanitarian parole program this month? I'm getting a yes and a no for that. The first word that came to me was yes, right? And the no part is that it's important you be grateful for the people that are doing this for you. Be grateful now. Be grateful now for them. And whoever else involved, be grateful now for their support. Be grateful now for their support. Like really be grateful for their support. Even though it hasn't physically happened, be grateful for their support right now. So thank you. Think out to all those beings that are involved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for your support. It's important. The vibration of emotional energy leaves your body. Just like a sound wave, I can say the words happy day. And just that sound wave leaves the body about 756 miles an hour, right? That's not the speed of a sound wave. Emotion does the same thing, except it's at a different frequency than a sound wave. You don't see an emotional energy, but it actually leaves the body faster than a sound wave. And a thought wave is faster than an emotional wave. A thought wave moves faster than the speed of light. An emotional wave is just sublight speed, but it moves out in the same fashion that a sound wave does. But a sound wave in this dimension goes directional. An emotional wave goes out in concentric spheres in all directions, right? So yeah, put out that gratitude, like really get into that place with it. If you want to support this channel, join up and subscribe today on TikTok, YouTube. Support the channel in whatever way you can. Like, share, subscribe. Push this information up and out to other people, please. In whatever way you can, push this up. Give it likes, thumbs ups. Share this material with other people. Am I finally over my trials? Yes and no. Yes and no. There are new trials. I can assure you there are new trials, but they're good. You're over the hump. Now it's now they're saying you're over the hump. So it's now time. It's now time to focus on love. Focus on love. If you want to get your trials to be less troublesome, focus on love. What is love as a word, as a thought, as a deed? Focus on that every moment. What is love as a thought? What is love as a word? What is love as an action? And you'll find you won't have troubles the same way anymore. How do you get over the trials? Somebody's asking, how do you get over the trials? How do you get over the suffering? Listen, the first way to get over the suffering is to stop watching television. If you're going to watch anything, watch things that inspire you, excite you, and uplift you. There's many different shows, and there are lots of great options. But stop watching so-called Hollywood entertainment. Stop watching so-called television entertainment. And most of the things that are on TV now are going to teach you to be afraid, to not trust, to be angry, to be frustrated, to kill, to harm, to hurt. Most of what they're telling you to keep in your mind is keeping you in suffering. Much of what is being propagated on this planet is to keep you in suffering. Turn your television off first and foremost. Then learn to have a better relationship with your mind, because your mind is just programmed by the world. Your mind is innocent and your body is innocent. It really is. Your mind and body are innocent. They've been programmed by the world to believe and think in certain ways that may not be compatible with who you are. So you're looking at your mind going, what's all this crazy shit going on inside of me? It's what the world has put inside of you. And you must do a house cleaning. Again, come to our master classes and learn to do your house cleaning. Learn that process. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to learn how to create. Every one of us. Yeah. Remember to share this live. If you're not here, share it with somebody else. Share it with at least one other person. Thank you so much. Thank you. Who or what is the ladybug? Please, what does it mean? Appreciation for you. You need to include more appreciation in your mind. You need to include more appreciation in your mind. You need to include it. You're not including enough appreciation in your mind. And appreciation, anyway, you're all wonderful. Thank you so much. Someone's asking me, do I use frequency music? I do sound healing. I have, this is Maria. I have a 528 hertz tuning pipe called Miracle Tone that removes trauma. Am I being called to do more of that instead of deep tissue work? Yes, you are. Sound frequency induces changes into time and space in a very different way than working on deep tissue. That is not to say that deep tissue work is not very beneficial, because it is, because people store emotional trauma in their bodies. But what you can do, there's a woman, I think her name is Eileen Day McCusick, that's found a way of using sound to pull things out of people's auric fields. Or just come to our masterclass and you'll learn a different way. You learn how to internally change your electromagnetic field. because your voice is also an instrument. Your voice has a range and a potential of inducing changes in people that no other instrument on the planet can. Do you understand the power of your voice? But yeah, this instrument that you found, these types of sounds will be very beneficial for you. They're more compatible with the nature and the refinement of who your soul is, who you are as a soul, as a spiritual being. Let us know what you think about what you've been hearing here, guys. Good morning, William. Are there any messages for me from Spirit today? I think we got that. My mom died when I was 4 years old. Does she have a message for me? She's very proud of you. She's very proud of you. She's happy. Yeah. It is not lost. She has never been lost, and you've known this. You've known this in your heart since you were a young child. You've never felt that she was not present, but you never felt that she was either. But she's with you right now. I'm told to tell you, notice the hummingbirds. Notice the hummingbirds. That's how she likes to connect you, with hummingbirds. That's the way she connects you, the beauty of hummingbirds. She connects you through that energy. That's when you know she's like physically right there with you. That's the best way she can do it, is to influence a hummingbird to come by you. Right? Pretty cool. I got time for one more question. I'm struggling. Who is this? GM. Hi, GM. I'm struggling with something that happened in my family last week. Advice from Spirit? Yeah. Do not get caught up in because you understand that your other family members are participating in that too. Do not get caught up in the emotion of suffering, or do not be caught up in the illusion that something's wrong. If you stay connected to, oh, something's wrong, then you're supporting the thing that brought about the original event. Everything is in divine order. Even if I do not know what it is, everything is unfolding perfectly and in order. Everything in your life is unfolding perfectly and in good order. Be in that energy and bear witness to how it will unfold in your life. Bear witness to that energy and see how it will unfold in your life. Anyway, I'm truly grateful and honored and blessed and privileged to be able to be a vessel for this information flowing through to all of us. I want to say thank you guys for supporting this channel. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for sharing it, your likes, your subscriptions. Thank you for all of it. Again, go to my website if you want to know more about our upcoming classes, courses. You want to book a reading with me, go to my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com, and just check out the shop there, or what the services are that are offered. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys on the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Much love, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.